Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Math Club. In this video we're going to talk about indices. Question 3. Write each calculation as 1, a single power, so we're going to write it here as a single power, and then here as an integer or a fraction. So the single power we're going to turn it into an integer or a number or a fraction, okay, depending on the answer. First let's take a look at the questions. Question A here. 6 power of 5 times 6 power of negative 3 times 6 power of negative 4. Here we have multiply. And we said if we're multiplying the same base numbers, it means we're going to add the powers. So the answer will be 6, which is the same base number. And then we're going to add the powers. So 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. And then 2 minus 4 is going to be minus 2. Very good. So this one is going to be negative 2. How did we find this? As we said, 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. 2 minus 4 is going to be negative 2. Okay. Now, this one is a single power answer. Now, we're going to turn it into an integer or a fraction, depending on the answer. Here, I can turn it into a fraction because this is negative. And we said that negative means what? Means 1 over, like this. Or 1 in the numerator. And then if we remove the negative, we will end up with 6 power of 2. 6 power of 2. So 6 power of 2 here, we put it here. We can write it like this. This is a fraction. And we can turn 6 power of 2 by multiplying into 36. So it's going to be 1 over 36, like this. Now, let's move on to question B. Question B, same idea here. We have 3 power of negative 5 multiplied by 3 power of negative 1 and then divide 3 power of negative 9. As we said before, if all of them are multiplying, we can add all the fractions, all the powers together. But this time, what do we have? We have multiply and then divide. So multiply and then divide. So we can follow the rule which is BIDMAS. We can follow the rule which is BIDMAS, B-I-D-M-S, in which BIDMAS means dividing before, yes, multiplying. Very good. We can follow the rule of dividing before multiplying. Now, in the rule BIDMAS, as we said before, BIDMAS, we can see that dividing comes before multiplying. Dividing comes before multiplying. So here we have dividing, okay? So we can do the dividing part, and then the answer we can multiply it by this one, okay? So we can do the dividing part first, and then we can multiply it by this one. So we write this as it is, so 3 power of negative 5, let's put it here, 3 power of negative 5, and then we're going to do the dividing part. The dividing part here, 3 power of negative 1, divide 3 power of negative 9. Now, when you divide the same base numbers, it means you're going to do what? Very good. You're going to put the same base number, which is 3, and we have multiplying sign here. And the power, we're going to subtract them. So it's going to be minus 1 minus 9, or negative 1 minus negative 9. Now, it's going to be like this. Negative 1, let's write it here, minus negative 9. And minus negative means what? It means positive. So negative 1 plus 9 is going to be 8. So the power here will be 8. Very good. It's going to be 8. Now, after finding the division here, as we said, we did division because BIDMAS says division before multiplying. Now, here, after finding the division, we can do these as multiplied. So 3 power of negative 5 multiplied by 3 power of 8. We're going to take the same base number as the answer. And then, because it's multiplying, we're going to add the powers. So negative 5 plus 8 is going to be 3, like this, 3. And then 3 power of 3 as an integer is going to be 27. Very good. This one is question B. Now, let's move on to the next one. Here we have C. C, we have what? We have 5 power of negative 4 here, multiplied by 5 power of negative 7. And then all divided by 5 power of negative 6 or 8. Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah, this is 8. Now we're going to do the upper part first because it's a fraction. So I'm going to finish the numerator and then I'll take the answer and write it here. So here we have the same denominator, which is 5 power of negative 8. So 5 power of negative 8 here. And then the top one will be 5. And because we're multiplying, it means we're going to add the powers. So negative 4 minus 7, or negative 4 plus minus 7, is going to be negative 11. Because 4 plus 7 is going to be 11. Very good. Now, this one is division. So in the division part, we're going to subtract the powers. So the answer will be 5. And the power will be minus, or negative 11 minus negative 8. So it's going to be like this, negative 11, let's write it here, negative 11 minus negative 8. As we said, minus minus or negative negative is going to be plus, and then negative 11 plus 8 is going to be, very good, the sign of the bigger number is 11, so here, negative, and then 11 minus 8, it's going to be, very good, 3. It's going to be 3. So the answer is 5 power of negative 3. Now, we're going to turn this into a fraction. As we said, the negative part is 1 over, like this. And then after removing the negative part, I end up with 5 power of 3. So 5 power of 3 here, like this. Now, I'm going to solve it more. So it's going to be 1 over 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is going to be 125. Or I can use a calculator. I can say 5 power of 3 is going to be 125. So it's going to be 1 over 125. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.